Tell brothers and sisters, Black Power, giving on to the Creator, giving on to the ancestors. Chief of Staff, Brother Harris Abdul, my sister, my in-laws, my father, my subscribers, viewers, listeners, comrades, family, and all the brothers and sisters who are fighting for the liberation and salvation of our black nation. First of all, I want to dedicate part of this video to this sister here, Agnes Hicks. I'm quite sure you all might remember her, the sister in Maryland, the elder who had passed away, and during the funeral service, a family member accidentally came into the church and knocked over something like a scepter, like a candle holder or something of that nature, and it broke. And this cracker pastor told the family to get the body get their mother out of the funeral home, out of the church, get that thing out of him, and pointed to the body of their mother, their deceased mother, in the casket, lying in the casket, pointed to her, called her a thing, stated, get that thing out of here. And the trauma, the mental and emotional trauma and stress that they had to go through to find another church to eulogize and funeralize their mother in, was a disheartening situation. And this was back in June of this year, early June. And I'm going to show you how these motherfuckers, how the ancestors will work on people's asses. And that was a Catholic church down in St. Mary's County, Maryland. And these two Ice 8 faggots were caught in a car in Miami, eating each other's ass and nuts, butt naked in a motherfucking Volkswagen on a public street on South Beach, 13th Street in Miami, Florida, a couple of days ago. And they were arrested. Diego Barrio and this other faggot, Edwin Cortez. And they were released on $250 and $500 bond. Matter of fact, it was over a month ago. It was a little over a month ago. And these two both of these faggots are Catholic priests. And that's why I'm saying, they should close the Catholic Church down. They should shut that bullshit down. Because it's nothing but a pedophilia institution designed to infect and torment our babies. And so, and for you niggas who think that by being a Catholic is a fucking step up from being a Baptist or any other Christian fellowship or religion, that you think being a Catholic is something like a step up and you above everybody else. You are a lying, mistaken motherfucker if you think like that. You're just as sick as these motherfucking Catholic priests. Now, they never get in trouble. They never go to jail. They sit and rape and fuck little children all day, every day. Altar boys. That's why you don't see altar girls. Because it's symbolic of the little boy walking down the aisle with his robe on, holding the lit candle, which is symbolic of the erect penis on fire. And the little boy is holding it and guarding it with his life, bringing it to the priests or the rabbis or whatever, the pope or whatever clergy that's holding that particular service. And see, even in the Vatican, they have babies, thousands of babies in the walls of the Vatican. Because you got to understand, there's certain parts of that Vatican that it runs 6 and 7 miles long. The library is about 6 miles long. And so they have certain walls that they have put babies into these walls dating all the way back to the 15th and 16th century. And so, and see, part of, excuse me, part of these discipline, this celibacy that these priests are supposed to undergo, periods of celibacy, is supposed to be a discipline, but actually it's a training and a breeding ground to train these priests to develop a nasty, sickening thirst for little boys. And see, that's what they call that agape love. It's supposed to be the highest form of love for them. It's higher than a man and woman. The highest form of love in the Catholic Church is between a man and a boy. And this is how sick the Catholic Church is. But yet, some of you niggas, praise the Pope and all this bullshit. And see, this is why these Romans, these motherfucking crackers, these Romans, these ice apes, honor the Pope so much and put him on so much of a high religious pedestal based on the fact that he is supposed to be the vicar of Christ. But at the same time, he is the epitome of pedophilia. And see, by the white man being homosexual by nature and a fucking savage, that they praise this Pope. And so, they train these motherfuckers to do this shit. And these two motherfuckers in broad daylight, no tinted windows or nothing on a Volkswagen, these two funky ass snow monkeys are sitting in backseat of a car, butt naked, two priests fucking each other. And the thing about it, according to reports, when the police came, they did not stop doing what they were doing. And once again, like I said, the crackers are homosexual by nature because the white police stated that it wasn't nothing wrong with what they were doing. They were just in the wrong place. See, this is the sickness of these motherfuckers. And this is what the Catholic Church get. Fuck the Archdiocese of Washington when they gave that old weak ass apology to the family, of Agnes Hicks. They should be suing the motherfucking robes off these faggots. Don't you know that you can see by now when you say certain things about certain religions and certain people that these crackers lose their motherfucking minds. That you are forbidden to say anything about the white so-called Jew. You are forbidden to say anything about this faggot Pope. But you can say nigga all day motherfucking long. And you can criticize every other religious or every other religion that black people are engaged in. It's nothing said. But you can say the word nigga, but you can't say the word faggot. But I'd be damned if you gonna condemn me from calling out these motherfucking punks, these dick-eating faggots. Now I'm gonna show you a picture of this motherfucking devil here. You know, this goddamn Ice Ape, this savage motherfucking Neanderthal snow ape. You know, this ice element, this motherfucking walking germ. This motherfucking living organism, you know, of crud. This motherfucking white man, this mountain dog. This motherfucker went in Kroger's in Kentucky 6 days ago. Shot 2 black elderly people, man and woman. Shot them in the head, point blank range. And told the white man in the store that whites don't shoot whites. That if he put his gun down, just put his gun down because we don't kill each other. And left. Both of the motherfucking crackers left. But murdered the 2 black elders. Now, you haven't heard nothing about that, have you? You didn't hear shit about that. But you heard about these so-called, this motherfucking synagogue bullshit. You heard about the pipe bombs. And this is what I'm trying to tell you all. You know, and I'm giving you niggas a fair warning. If I catch any of you motherfuckers sympathizing with any of those incidents without sympathizing or recognizing those 2 black elders that were murdered in cold blood in that Kroger's in Kentucky, I'm gonna fire down on your ass. I'm gonna give you a therapeutic cap in your ass. You know, it's just that simple. Because I'm getting sick of you motherfuckers sympathizing with the oppressor. You know, and saying fuck your own people. And spitting in the face of the black community. And then when these motherfucking devils kick your ass to the curb, you think that you got the privilege to come back to the black community like it's a revolving door for buck dancers. Nah, it's not going down like that. And I'm telling you all need to start busting down on these motherfuckers. These niggas who, you know, playing the 50, you know, saying that there's no racism in America. You know, all you motherfuckers. How dare you even think of some shit like that at the rate that we're being murdered out here on this street by police terrorism, by the drug subculture, all these different diseases, infant mortality. There's no way you can say no motherfucking shit come out your mouth with no shit like that saying racism doesn't exist. And so you need to be dealt with for that. We have no room, we have no time for the bojangling, you know, and all this bougie, you know, all this boot licking, butt licking, buck dancing bullshit. We are too late in the game for this. And we have to make these niggas stick out like sore thumbs when they come out of their mouths talking this shit, being sympathetic with the slave master. You have to be dealt. You have to be dealt with for this. Enough of the jigaboo shit. You know, people need to be called out. And let me just take a minute to give thanks to my subscribers People who are dedicated, the people who are actually learning something from my videos. I'm truly grateful for you all. You know, Gladys Holcutt, you know, all of you, all of you, all of you, all of you, the contributions that you make, the comments that you give, you know, it's truly a blessing. It's truly a blessing. Yeah, Sister Diane Nelson, Bernice B, Trust Dog, You Are Wanted, Brian Simpson, William Ivory, King Gotti. I mean, the list, anytime nigga, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. You know, Joe Thomas Jr. I mean, a lot of you I know, by heart. I don't have a piece of paper in front of me with your names or anything like that on it because I've been communicating with you for some time now. And the donations and the love offerings are very well needed at this time. And I like to show my appreciation. So, a lot of times when someone sends a donation or a love offering, depending on who they are, where they're at in their walk in black consciousness, I, will send them some DVDs or, or things of that nature. Pictures, frame pictures, or pictures for framing, of your favorite people or whatever. So if you have any favorite people, and you would like to have a 11, 8.5 by 11, portrait of them, just let me know, or if you, whoever your particular favorite person is on the lecture circuit, let me know, or give me an idea who you really like and like to listen to. In the future, hopefully, I'll have my DVDs, that'll be, for sale for other people, but for my subscribers and followers and viewers, there's no charge, because we have to give our people something without always wanting something in return. I've done nearly 500 videos, and I've never asked for anything. I'm not monetized or anything because I would rather see if I can raise the consciousness level of one or two of you all, then I'm not gonna say my work is complete, but I know that I'm heading in the right direction. And I will continue to speak like I'm speaking. A lot of people, are so sensitive. These so-called these armchair revolutionaries that are not going to do anything but talk and try to commentate, an insurrection and intellectualize war, which has never been successful. You got a lot of our brothers and sisters that want to just hold forums and just discuss certain matters, and let's talk about oppression over bagel and all that bullshit. Our people are suffering. People are in wretched conditions. So our people need to hear the raw truth. It's not how it's said. It's the information that counts. What's the difference if you're drowning in a lake? What's the difference if somebody throwing a rope and say, here, grab this motherfucking rope? Or are you going to grab it, or you not going to grab it and drown because they use profanity? Opposed to somebody saying, well, grab hold of the rope. You'll grab that rope, but you won't, both of them will save you. But you only want the rope that sounds, you only want the rope that sounds good because of your sensitivity. Because a lot of you grown men, you're supposed to be alpha males and scholars and warriors. A scholar is not judged by what school you went to. Because when you start bragging on these institutions that you got this certain degree and that certain degree, those are Euro educations. Just because you had African American history professor that looked like you, don't mean you got a lesson in African American history. In black history. It's a motherfucking difference. It's a difference. That Boyce Watkins and I don't like to call out names or anything like that, but I have to use someone as an example. That brag on scholarship and who went to the white man's school the longest and all this shit. But nobody ever questioned Malcolm and others. Nobody questioned Elijah Muhammad. Nobody questioned Noble Drew Ali. Nobody questioned Fred Hampton. Nobody questioned these brothers. Nobody questioned Garvey. Nobody questioned Carlos Cooks. Nobody questioned Queen Yaa Asantewaa, Queen Nzinga, Queen Ty, Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth, Denmark Vesey, Gabriel Prosser, Absalom Jones, Robert Williams. Nobody pressed them and asked them about how much education that they had. Because they were born leaders. They were born true leaders. So let's cut all that bougie, that W.E.B. Du Bois bullshit out. So but back to this motherfucking dog. This goddamn animal here. One second. Once again, like I was saying, as far as, these situations being televised and broadcast, but yet this situation where he murdered 2 black elderly people a few days ago, a lot of you never heard anything about it because of the airways. Now, let me just break this down to you. We all know who runs the television networks. The so-called white imposter Jews run all of it. So they're going to attempt to cram this shit down your throat about this synagogue shit. They're going to cram this shit down your throat until you break and develop a overwhelming, sympathetic, emotional breakdown for this motherfucking situation. And I advise you, do not watch the news. Don't watch the evening blues. Because it's nothing but lies anyway. Propaganda. Check out how many people have been murdered within the last 6 or 7 days. Excuse me. So remember this devil here, Gregory Bush, 51 years old. And see, these crackers are going to be labeled heroes when they go to prison. They're going to be celebrated. And so, going to jail doesn't mean shit to them. They knew this going. That's why they've done what they've done, to become heroes and martyrs for the system of racism, white supremacy. But we're gonna get down to I'm going to do another video and briefly. I'm going to be getting back with you all shortly. So I hope you got something out of this. Drop your comments. Let me know how you feel and what you think, as you always do. And as always, brothers and sisters, Hotep, Black Power.